Hey guys, Dapu7, we've got some talk and a little bit of uproar here because of some statements made by the upper brass of our military in regards to this war with Iran. Now, apparently, they put out the statement saying that you should prepare because this is Armageddon, telling troops that this is the big war. This is the one that's going to lead to the return of Jesus and all of that. And that's upset some people within the ranks. There's been complaints that come from more than 40 different units spread across at least 30 military installations. Now, one of these troops here, an NCO, said that they were Christian and that they were emailing on behalf of 15 troops, including 11 Christians, 1 Muslim, and 1 Jew. They said that their commander urged them to tell all the troops that this was all part of God's divine plan, and that he specifically referenced numerous citations about the book of Revelations, referring to Armageddon and the imminent return of Jesus Christ.
Military commanders are telling their soldiers that the Battle of Armageddon is about to begin. That's exactly what reports are multiple complaints coming up through the chain are saying. Service members are uncomfortable that their leaders are indicating biblical prophecy.
All right, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Shakar here with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakah Quadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom. All right, just wanted to get into that short little clip. You know, you got these devils, okay, trying to force the hand of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, okay, to bring on, okay, biblical prophecy. But ultimately, it's the Lord, man. He's the one that's bringing, okay, these prophecies to pass. Hey, everything is going according to the prophecies, and it's the Lord that's doing it. These devils cannot force the hand of the Lord. It's the Lord. He's the one that's doing it. Matter of fact, I got this article too. Let me get it. And it's from The Guardian. And it says U.S.-Israel on our war on Iran. It says U.S. troops were told war on Iran was all part, of the Most High's, I'll just read it verbatim, of God's divine plan. Watchdog alleges. It says religious freedom group says 200 troops sent complaints of superiors using extremist Christian rhetoric to justify war. And it says U.S. military commanders have been invoking extremist Christian rhetoric about biblical end times, to justify involvement in the Iran war to troops, according to complaints made to a watchdog group. See, and ultimately, it's the Lord doing it, man. It says the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, or the MRFF, says it has received more than 200 complaints from service members across all branches of armed forces, including the Marines, Air Force, and Space Force. And we know why they have that Space Force, because they're getting ready to fight the Lord, man. But they're getting ready to lose, man. Listen, it says one complainant identified as a non-commissioned officer, or NCO, in a unit that could be deployed at any moment to join operations against Iran, told MRFF in a complaint viewed by The Guardian that their commander had urged us to tell our troops, it says, that this was all part of God's divine plan. He specifically referred numerous citations out of the book of Revelation, referring to Armageddon and the imminent, return of, I'm just going to read a verbatim, of Jesus Christ. Okay, but it's really the return of Yahushai, man. Okay, the world ignorantly calls the Son of the Most High, okay, Jesus, man, which that's not his name. We know his name is Yahushai. It says, he said, that President Trump has been anointed by Jesus, okay, to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark his return to earth, that the NCO added. And see, really, it's the Lord doing it, man. And yes, he's using, okay, this damn devil, okay, to bring forth this war. Look at the way he's moving. It says the NCO's complaint was filed on behalf of 15 troops, including 11 Christians, one Muslim person, and one Jewish person. It says the complaint was first shared by the MRFF with says Jonathan Larson, an independent journalist. Well, I'll just finish it. Might as well. It says anytime Israel or the U.S. is involved, see it in the Middle East, it says we get this stuff about Christian nationalists who have taken over our government, and certainly our U.S. military. Mikey Weinstein, MRFF's president, is an Air Force veteran, told The Guardian. Weinstein, so that's a small hat, man. So ultimately, it's the Lord doing it, man. But these devils, they think that they're going to force the hands of the Lord, okay, when it's the Lord. He's the one that's moving. Let me grab this. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. I don't need it any longer. Let me go to Isaiah chapter 46, and let's start in verse 9. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh. It says, and there is none else. It says, I am Yahweh, or power, and there is none like me. It says, listen, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, listen, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. So this is all the Lord's doing. This is his movie. You see, he's performing these acts, man. Okay, he's moving these devils, okay, to engage, okay, in this war, and he's bringing in these nations, okay, to gather them for that great battle. See, the Lord said he declared the end from the beginning. See, from the past to things that are still yet to come, man. This is all the Lord doing it. Matter of fact, let me grab this and let's go to Ecclesiasticus or Sirach. Chapter 42, and let's go to verse 19. Yeah, it says, he declareth the things, see, that are past, and for to come, and revealeth the steps, see, of hidden things. And who has he revealed these things to? Well, the scripture says he reveals his secrets to the servants, the prophets. So the men of the Lord that have been set up, okay, to bring out this word, to bring out this truth, and to give warning, man. Okay, that these things were going to come. Okay, ultimately, okay, a World War III is going to hit its height, man. Okay, we're in it. Okay, Jacob's trouble got to come. Okay, the mark of the beast got to come. And then the missile's going to fly. You see it, and the Lord has declared, okay, these things from the very beginning, man. And they've been revealed. And the warnings, see, are going out. Listen, no thought escapeth him, neither any word is hidden from him. It's because the Lord, he's moving all things, man. He's the one in charge. It says, he hath garnished the excellent works of his wisdom, and he is from everlasting to everlasting. It says, unto him may nothing be added, neither can be diminished. And he hath no need, see, of any counselor. You see, so whatever the Lord's determined, nobody can change it. Matter of fact, let me grab this. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 14. And it says, listen, I know that whatsoever the Most High doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. See, and the Most High doeth it, that man should fear, see, before him. You see, when it comes to Yahweh Shem Yoshai, the scriptures calls him omnipotent, okay, holding sway over all things. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and grab that. Let me get it in the blue letter so I can get that definition. Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 19, and let's go to verse 6. Let me read it, then I'll get that word. It says, and I heard as it were a voice of a great multitude, and as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of mighty thundering, saying, Hallelujah. Listen, for the Lord power omnipotent reigneth. Let me get that word in, omnipotent. Make sure my volume's up so I can play it. All right, let's go ahead and play it.
Strong's G 3841, Pantocrator.
Pantocrator.
Right. In the outline of biblical usage, it says, listen, he who holds sway over all things. See, the ruler of all. Almighty power. Let me see what it says in the strong definition. It says, listen, the Most High, it says, the all-ruling power as absolute and universal sovereign, almighty, omnipotent. You see, so the Lord, he holds sway over all things. You see, even when it comes to these devils, okay, they think they're moving the hand of the Lord, okay, to bring on the coming of Jesus. You see, these devils, they think that they're moving the hand of the Lord when it's the Lord that's moving them. You see, he's the one that holds sway over all things. You see, they think they're bringing in the second coming. They say Jesus, right? But it's really the Lord, man. He's getting ready to send down Yahweh Shai, his dear son, to bring down the rulership of these damn devils. Let me go to, let me see, what is that? Ecclesiasticus. Let's go back to Sirach. Chapter 18, and let's go to verse 2. And it says, listen, the Lord only is righteous, and there's none other but he. Listen, who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. It says, for he is the king of all. It says, by his power, dividing holy things among them from profane. So again, it's the Lord, man. He's the one that's in control. He's governing everything. Okay, he's moving everything. Everything is moving according to prophecy. Okay, everything is moving according to the Lord's plan. You see, and even the minds of these devils, okay, they're being moved, okay, by the hand of the Lord. Matter of fact, let's grab that. That's Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. It says, the king's heart, meaning the mind, is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. As the rivers of water, listen, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So whatever the Lord wants done, okay, he's put it in the mind of these leaders, okay, to move certain way, man. Ultimately, so he can bring in, okay, this last war. Okay, this war that's going to end all wars. Ultimately, there's going to be the destruction and downfall, okay, of the Edomites. Okay, the ones that are currently in the rulership, man. Because Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So ultimately, it's going to be the kingdom, okay, of Yahweh Shai, man. You see? Let me get a couple more. Let me go to, because this is the Lord's determination to bring all these nations for war. Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms. Listen, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Okay, so it's the Lord doing it, man. He's the one who's bringing these nations together for war. Okay, it's not these devils, although he is using, okay, these leaders, okay, to bring forth this war, man. Let me go to Isaiah, the 13th chapter. I want to get this. Let me get this in the ESV. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 13. And I'm going to read it. I'll read it in the King James first. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 4. It says, the noise of a multitude is in the mountains. It says, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdom of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts mustereth the host seat of the battle. So it's the Lord, man. He's doing it. Let's get that word, mustereth. Then we'll read it in the ESV as well. See, and that's these nations, man, being gathered together, okay, to bring forth, okay, World War III. Mustereth. Let's go ahead and play it.
Strong's H6485. Pakad.
And we'll just get this in the outline of biblical usage. It says to attend to, muster, number, reckon, visit, punish, listen, appoint. And that's all we need, man. So the Lord, he's appointing these nations together for war. You see, it's not anything that these devils are doing. You see, it's really nothing that these leaders are doing. because it's the Lord that's putting it upon their minds to move in certain ways. Let's get that in the ESV now. Let's go, let me see. Let's go to the translation comparison, and let's go to the ESV. And it says, listen, the sound of a tumult is on the mountains, as of a great multitude. The sound of an uproar, see, of kingdoms, of nations, listen, gathering together. See, and why are they gathering together? For war. It says, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai of hosts, listen, is mustering a host, see, for battle. It's the Lord doing it. Let me see. Let me get that in the Common Dictionary. Let me see what it says. It's the word mustering. It says, assemble troops, listen, especially for inspection or preparation for battle. See, it's the Lord doing it, man. You see? He's the one that's mustering the host for battle. He's the one that's bringing all these nations together, okay, for that third world war. You see, for that ultimate war. You see, so ultimately, it's the Lord that's doing it, man. He's bringing these nations together, okay, for war. Let me grab a couple more. Let me go to Proverbs, just because it's the Lord, man. He's the one in charge. Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 24. Listen, it says, man's goings are of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai. How can a man understand his own way? Again, so it's the Lord that's put it, okay, in these leaders' minds, okay, to gather together, man, for that war. It's the Lord doing it. You see, so these nations are moving, these leaders are doing certain things because that's what the Lord wants. He wants them to get together and come together, man, for that great war. Let me grab another one. Jeremiah, just going into the Lord's sovereignty, man, okay, his omnipotence. Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 23. It says, O Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh, listen, to direct his steps. So whatever way these nations are moving, these leaders are moving, it's the Lord, man. Okay, he's doing it. Let me get one more and I'll close out. Ecclesiastes. Actually, let me get this in the NLT. Then I'll go ahead and close it out. Ecclesiastes chapter 6. And let's go to verse 10. And it says, even the subheading says, the future determined, see, and unknown. You see, so the Lord, he's already determined, okay, the end from the beginning. You see, and it's unknown really to these leaders because they're moving in certain ways, but it's the Lord that's doing it, man. And they're being gathered together for war. Okay, and you got this president, okay, DJ Trump, okay, thinking he's going to usher in the second coming of Jesus, okay? But really, it's the Lord, man. He's moving him in a certain way to bring in the return of Yahweh Shai, man. Ultimately, it's going to be, okay, for his own downfall, man. You see, he's being led to his own destruction, man. Listen, it says, everything has already been decided. It says, it was known long ago what each person, see, would be. It says, so there's no use arguing with the Most High about, see, your destiny. You see, and the destiny of so-called America, okay, Babylon the Great is what? It's destruction, man. You see, and the destiny, okay, for the Israelites is ultimately to receive a kingdom and ultimately be ruled, okay, over in righteousness. So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close out and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Quadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, from which I learned his truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.